This is the 12th video of the wargaming of Wargame Design Studios Napoleonic Battle of Eylau. This is the second series, and in this one I again am playing the French, while the game's artificial intelligence is playing the Russians. It is June 14th, 1807. 12:30 p.m. turn 40 out of 90 turns, and it's French movement. I don't think I've done it yet, but let us see. Let's straighten up this cavalry for a charge. Straighten up these guys for a charge. Otherwise, let's see how we're doing here. Any disorders? Yes. And we've got a whole bunch of people there, but I don't know if there's the right people. Reserve Corps, 3-1. Well, a lot of Imperial staff. Reserve Corps, 3-1. Even Colonel Anonymous. Okay. There's only one gun left out of 6. No disorders. Excellent. Okay. Land's okay. These guys have moved. Let's see if my grand flanking force is moved. It has. Alright, let's go to the end. See if anyone has it moved. Look at that thing. Ah. These guys have moved. And these guys, so do I get any more? I wouldn't think so. Nope. Looks like the spigot may be off. Let's check in the future. Yeah. 1240. I keep getting this stuff. Jesus Christ. So it's next turn. Alright, there's still more to come. Alright. Oh, let's see if my cavalry here is moved. Yes, it has. So, nothing more for us to do than take a beating here. Allied defensive fire. No effect. No effect. No effect. That's the kind of beating I like. 4, 2, 3. No effect. 12. Oh. No effect. No effect. No effect. Ah, those howitzers. No effect. No effect. Too far away anyway. Well, that was painless. Now it's my turn. I only have one shot. Let's see. We've still got the Lancer here. I can't believe he just leaves him there like a piñata. So I've got a battery here. We'll fire at him. 37. That's it. Melee? Nope. And allied movement. Now let's see what you're gonna do. Can't believe he's putting so much weight on his left flank. Oh, here he comes. He's gonna... I suppose these are disordered guys. Yep. So he's gonna try to wear down my artillery. Oh, God, I hope it's that brigade that was approaching Friedland that's moving out now towards Lon's front. That would be wonderful. Yeah, favorite tactic is. Oop. Yep, both disordered. So every once in a while he can get a... Oh, Jesus. Now this is going to be a problem. He's finally hitting my land's left flank. And yep, there's not a whole lot I can do when he deploys artillery there. But he only has one battery. That's limbered. That is going to be a problem. Okay, French defensive fire, huh? 10 men. 29. 44. Ooh. Oh, one of them's disordered. 44. That's all I can do. No effect. 1 man. No effect. 11. No effect. No effect. 2. No effect. No effect. No effect. No effect. 16. Ugh. Shit. One of my guys failed. Yeah, he had 475 fatigue. It was too much for him. I have a morale check at the beginning of my turn. And these guys with really high fatigue. Anybody? Oh, these guys both have 304. That's pretty damn high. 200. This guy's got 260, 226. That's right where he's been attacking, so in time they're going to fail. Okay, so we'll put this guy in column. He's only got 16 fatigue. We'll send him up here to plug that hole. Meanwhile, this is a little more serious. Let's look at elevations. Okay, he's on 5. Do 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 do. Well, first of all, we'll bring this guy down here. So he'll be in a position to charge next turn. Then, this is high ground here. So he shouldn't be able to see me. Unless I'm right on the edge here, then he can see me. But back here he shouldn't be able to, I hope. Set up for a charge there. And we're on 6 here, which is, he's on low ground, so same thing. I'll pull back here, he shouldn't be able to see me. This guy will turn around. Send a supply unit up there. Jesus, don't I have another one? No. All right, he's rallied. How convenient. I don't even know if I want to rally this guy for 475. Even if he rallied, he wouldn't be useful. He's got way too much. Fatigue. He'll just run away again. This guy's disordered. He's got fatigue of 1-0. Let's send Napoleon up there. Can't quite make it. We'll take Berthier. Put him there for the heck of it. See if he can rally that guy. Well, that's about all there is to do for Lon. Now, can he see this guy? No. All right, let's shut off elevations. Just clutters up the map for the most part. Every once in a while you want to turn it on to see what your line of sight looks like. All right. Now we go up here. All right. Should have done this earlier. Well, at least he's not in these woods. That's good. Now, now. I don't think AI is, well, I know AI isn't capable of strategic thinking. AI is just basically reactive. That's why you can really fool AI. For instance, AI's only been engaged with Land's core. Okay, and you might, if it was a human, he'd be thinking, well, I know a lot of Napoleon's army is on the map. Where is it? I'm only fighting Land's corps, same units. And then what should be done is you start scouting to see if you can find it. But AI doesn't do that. If AI can't see something, it usually doesn't react. So as long as you stay out of its line of sight, you can do flanking operations like this and it won't react because AI cannot think. it can just react. So I could never get away with this with a human, probably. Because I'm sure after a while they would wonder, oh, where are the rest of those damn units, and start sending out some scouts to find them. But AI won't do that, because AI doesn't do scouting, because scouting takes thinking. When you scout, most times there's nothing to react to, because you're trying to find something. It's not like you see a unit and say, okay, I'm going to go send a unit over there to fight it. You don't see anything. That's why AI can be pretty good at chess. You're talking about 64 squares, and you can see every one of them, and you're talking about a limited amount of moves. And it may be in the millions, the possibility, but AI can store a lot of that. And so it has it in its data bank. And you can do it with 64 squares, and I don't know how many pieces are there. 8 different pieces that move differently in chess. You got the king, queen, bishop, rook, knight, pawn. 6 different pieces. So you can work out a lot of the combinations. But with a game like this, it's almost, and you can work out those combinations without thinking, because you can work them out ahead of time. Almost exactly, like, you know, if a pawn's here and a bishop's here and a knight's here, you can figure out where they can move and what's the best move. But in a game like this, where you can't see stuff, and the map is huge, the biggest map in this game that I know of is the Virginia campaign of 1864. I think it's 1.2 million hexes. The Battle of Leipzig, which was the biggest modern battle up until the end of World War I, is 500,000 hexes. And you're talking about a chessboard that's 64 squares. So you're not playing against a thinking AI when you're playing chess against AI. You're playing against a reactive AI who just has memorized all the moves. A lot more moves than a human, millions and millions. Because it's got a lot more memory than almost all humans. I don't know. People with photographic memories might equal that. I don't know. I kind of doubt it. Because AI's database is almost infinite. Now look, you can go on Amazon and buy a 20 terabyte external hard drive. 20 terabytes. I assure you that far, far exceeds the mental storage capability of probably 99% of the people on Earth. And that's not the biggest. I mean, you can hook up, maybe you can hook up a dozen of them to a computer. So it's just awesome. what a computer can memorize. And a computer isn't going to forget like a human can, forget or mix it up or something. A computer won't. That's why even when a computer plays poker, it can play, I'm sure it can play much better than a human because it can count cards, it can figure out odds. So I don't know if it's quite here yet, and it might be, where basically you won't be able to beat AI at chess. It'll be almost impossible. And if it isn't that way now, it's pretty close. So it's an AI world. Oh, what am I doing? Stacking up these guys? I don't want to stack them up. 'Cause I'll forget, and then I'll try moving them. See, if I was AI, I wouldn't forget. But I'll start moving them, and then all of a sudden they'll get disorder because they're moving in the woods, and because they're stacked up, AI will think, oh, they're not moving on a road. They're moving on terrain, and then they'll be disordered. Okay, we're going to leave this guy here. Just so he can have some eyes on this area. These guys have moved. Okay, so everything down here. We're just moving the conga line here. Now see, if we had better AI, we just tap one unit and move them forward, and then we tap the beginning and end of the line, and all those units move based on the first line, unit. We wouldn't be doing one at a time like this. So I hope people are continuing to work on the AI for wargaming, because that'll happen. Then all of this grunt work won't be needed. We can concentrate on fooling AI, which isn't that hard to do now. Well, AI plays a really good tactical battle game. Once AI is in its element, it's very, very good. Reactive. So on the battlefield, it'll pick out the most advantageous squares. It'll make advantageous attacks. I know how AI reacts in certain circumstances. For instance, when it gets a disordered unit, it doesn't bring it out of line. Oh, shit. It flew off the road. It doesn't bring it offline and try to revive it or reorganize it. It just sends it on some mission, some suicide mission. It'll send it up to fire at artillery. And although it's disordered and it takes high casualties, it will, at a minimum, inflict continuous fatigue on artillery, or it'll get some lucky gun hits. But it'll waste away. Now, that actually is fairly accurate as to how the Russians used their army. In World War II, they let divisions wear down to a nub. They really didn't reinforce them. They, like Hitler, wanted to build new divisions rather than build up the divisions. Hitler at least built up some of his divisions, like the armor and stuff. He just didn't let them wear down into nothing, but the Russians literally did. And that's what AI does, which is a typical Russian move, so I can't say. that's historically inaccurate. It's actually historically accurate. But very few humans would use that approach. They'd rebuild the unit, recover its morale, and use it again. And AI uses the supply units and the leaders for combat units. And of course, the way that turns out, those units are eliminated. And even if he wanted to recover his morale, AI loses all the leaders, so he can't. So there's a lot of weaknesses you pick up on AI, but AI definitely has some strengths. It's very attack-minded. So you got to watch yourself if you're playing AI. It'll scatter units all over the place and make a lot of skirmishers to try to get around your line or pass through it, cut you off, try to surround you. See, that's realistic. That's like what the Cossacks used to do. See if we get anybody. Yep. More mounted guys. Jesus. The French is getting a lot of cavalry now. I've lost virtually no cavalry, so got the full complement. Okay. Well, time for another going over. Seven. Ooh, he's coming under artillery fire from the... Oh, shit, he got another gun. God damn me. AI is lucky on those guns. I don't know whether I'm dealing with loaded dice on that. Seems like AI is getting a lot better than it should be mathematically. Mathematically, it's a 1 out of 6 chance. 17, shit. But with AI, it's more like a 1 out of 5 chance. Maybe 4. Well, that wasn't too bad. He got a couple hits. 18, pretty good. This is the Mr. One Gun, 10. 28, okay. I don't know why this cavalry just sits there and takes it. Must be a reason. 35. Let's see for me. French melee. Now, this is going to be interesting. Allied movement. Oh, what is he going to do? What? Oh, what? Look at all those guys in the woods. I'm sure there's some robot logic to that. I'd like to hear it. Unless the robot really thinks he's going to be attacked on the flank. Now, the nice thing is, since the robot passed over the river, it allows me to charge those guys if I want to, with those cavalry coming up. I really can't charge him until he crosses that river. So I'll be disordered if I try to charge across the river. You're tripled on a charge, but then if you're disordered, you're halved, so it takes away a lot of combat power. Oh, look at that. He's drawn back in the north and huddled around that artillery. That's interesting. He's afraid. I just want to keep him away for a couple more turns. I don't know whether this turn I'm going to come out of those woods, but if not this turn, the next turn, and head towards Friedland. Then he's going to see me. Yeah, look at that brigade. It's coming out there. I'd like it to come out one more turn. Yeah, that's the most effective move the Russians have, is right away to move out against Land's left flank. Not his right flank like they're doing, his left flank. That's the one that's open. You bring a lot of artillery up there and you might flank them out of the Posthethen. You might flank them out of there because you bring a lot of fire down. You'll reach that plain and make it untenable for his cavalry because the Russians have so much artillery. In fact, I'm going to play the Russians next game, and that's what I'm going to do. I think that's the way to pry him out. You never do it attacking his right flank. There's just too many advantages he has. Anyway, we'll see how it works out. I hope AI's not listening to me. Oh, perfect. Look at this. All that stuff's moving up. Okay. Well, we've got a couple things to fire at, not very much. This guy, of course. My one pop gun 17, still doing okay. Casualties. Now, what the hell has he done here? Let's see what he's got. Disordered Pioneer. That's worthless. So this is probably out of my line of sight. And he's got a disordered battery, but he's got some cavalry there, so I think I'll shoot at that. That is in good order. Bang, bang. 52. How's that? How's that, sucker? All right, his turn. 7. Fatigue. 22. Shit. 2. No effect. 2. 12. Gotta hold on, Land. Hold on. Fatigue. No effect. 17. Oh, shit. Now we're starting to get hit. No effect. Okay. Let's see. Shit, so these are 6s. So all it's firing at me is this one battery. Okay, this guy's recovered. All right. Ah, shit. We'll move him up there so he doesn't get beat up so much. Move Napoleon back in the chateau. These guys are all right. Let's move this guy up here. All right. Well, that road is too dangerous. I believe he can see me now. Now what? Oop. I guess this guy can't recover as long as he's moving, but hopefully now he can recover. Okay, I'd say that's it for land. Now, the big event. 1-2. All right, I'm going to come out here. Test this hidden ford. Next turn, I'll come out. I'll give these guys a little more time. Should have moved these guys earlier. All right, let's get rid of elevations. Makes it a little easier to move. Yep. We're ready to rock and roll next turn. I want to see if that reserve brigade moves closer to Lon. That would be wonderful. Then I'll strike. let's get rid of those flags. Oh shit. Almost jumped off the road there. Boy, this is a long line to move. Oop. My finger's getting tired. Ah, good. These guys are closing up now. Nothing. Okay. Where the hell did that battery go? Vamoosed from the front here. Get scared off already? Well, we'll see. We will see. Allied defensive fire. 9. That guy keeps getting hammered, but no effect. 9. 8. No effect. 3. 4. Fatigue. No effect. No effect. No effect. God, I love those howitzers. No effect. No effect. Ah, that was light. Offensive fire. I don't have much of that. Same old story here. 25. Okay, still got a cavalry unit there. So I'll still fire at it. It's got 2 of them. Bang, bang, 15. That's it for me. French melee? Nope. Alright, Allied movement. Now, what's going to happen? Pops in and out of those woods all the time. I don't know what for. Oh, what's he moving up there? Jesus, he came right across. Am I disordered? Yeah, that one is. Okay. Yeah, with all that firing, he's only firing, I guess, on the top cavalry unit. It's 54 men, and it's disordered, so it's not worth all that much. Uh-oh. Oh, he must have finally seen me. He's moving north of Friedland. Well, we're about to lower the boom. Okay, French defensive fire. Well, ooh, he's still got the Lancer. Oh, I've got to fire at it then. It's the most deadly counter in the game, 42. Okay, his turn. 9. Now the guy's got like 40 men left for that regiment. I'm going to move that guy out of there. I thought, no effect, no. 18, ooh. I thought he was going to turn my left, but doesn't look like it. Okay, we're at the hour mark, so we're out of time. But we're going to come out of the woods, come out of the closet now. Oh, where the hell is this ford? Shit. Is it here? Must be between. How can that be? Rail lines? Must mean something different. They didn't exactly have rails in this. Maybe it's a rail. Oh, might be made out of rails. Just like a trestle. I'm going to try to cross there next time. If I can, I'll cross with my cavalry there. Okay, so that'll wrap it for this. Now you've finally come out of the woods here. We'll see what pops. What's he got here? Probably artillery. No, mounted. Okay. All right.